colors. Summer love.
I just finished doing my blood work and giving a urine sample for my midwife. I'm currently in the McDonald's drive-thru. I ordered a sausage biscuit but also a sausage muffin because I don't know what I'm gonna be able to keep down or what's going to be okay with my stomach. I'm still really struggling with eating. I have a meat aversion like I've mentioned. That's really hard for me because I'm so used to focusing my meals around protein that now it feels like I'm just eating carbs.
A few moments later.
I wasn't able to eat the damn McDonald's, so I've been surviving off of watermelon. He literally caught me red-handed.
What's going on over here? We got the pickles. We got the hot Cheetos on the pickle lid. Oh my goodness.
It has to be the extra hot.
Yeah,
the ones that make your mocos come out.
Yeah, you know this baby's gonna come out pissed off too, so. Yep. Oh, okay. Feels good. All right. High fives. Okay, Jude, I think you're healthy as an ox.
Hi guys. I am in week 8, almost week 9, depending on what due date we go with, but I still feel really sick. I was doing pretty good there for a moment, and then here we are again with crippling nausea. I can smell everything. I am hungry, but nothing sounds good and nothing feels good when I eat it. It just sucks, but an update for week 8, almost 9. Hey, it's gonna be my first time needing to take one of these. I'm gonna take it with some orange juice. Hello, it's me from the editing world. Guys, the day that I took this medication, it helped because it knocked me the F out. It helped because I freaking ended up passing out. I was like drunk. I was so drowsy. So just a PSA if you decide to take this.
Week
9, well, depends. If you go off of our last ultrasound, it's more like week 10, day 1, right?
Week 10, day 1.
Or week 9, day 1. Nausea hasn't gone away. Pregnancy brain hasn't gone away. My food aversions haven't gone away. I am feeling round ligament pain already.
Are you pregnant? Do you ever notice sometimes you get that sharp shooting pain in your belly? So this is your round ligament, and that's going to hold your uterus in place. So any quick movements that you do, it's going to spasm. Totally a normal thing throughout pregnancy.
Still tired, right?
Oh yeah, fatigue is still there. I'm basically eating like a 2-year-old because everything that I'm used to eating, I can't eat. I'm just trying to eat something.
Yeah.
Whatever that might look like. We still haven't told our friends. I'm still going to the gym. So my hematoma, the last ultrasound that we had, they couldn't find it. So we think it's resolved, possibly. However, I spotted a few days after the last ultrasound that I had. And then it seems like right now I get some spotting after intercourse. But other than that, it's pretty much gone. So I would say that the spotting after is just normal. Most pregnant women are warned that after intercourse you'll spot. So I'm thinking that it's just that. I don't think it's the hematoma anymore, but I don't know. They weren't able to find it last time, so I'm assuming that it is resolved. I was asked to start taking vitamin D. Health-wise, I'm still pretty healthy for right now. I just can't eat any protein basically.
Same as Jude.
It might be worse than with Jude though. I'll try to film tomorrow too and like take you guys along my day like I have been. It's just been really hard because I've been really sick, so. Okay, so here is today's gym fit. There's the belly. I feel like you can see it today for sure. It's shaped different. But I got this sweater from Target yesterday and I'm obsessed with it. It's from the men's section in case you want one. This is what we are looking at 9 or 10 weeks depending on what due date we go off of. From this point on, I really didn't get a lot of footage. There's a lot of training footage, which most people have seen if they follow me on Instagram. But because I want to make up for the lack of footage, so I'm going to do like rapid fire questions at the end if you're interested. But here is the rest of how my first trimester went with baby number 2. I am officially 11 weeks today. I woke up very nauseous still today. I'm also still congested. I got sick. I don't think I did an update, but I have a lot of mucus still in my lungs, so I'm gonna have to use my inhaler, 𝗿𝗲𝗹𝗁. I have a pool day today, which means I have deadlifts, so we'll see if we'll even be able to get through the workout today. 11-week appointment today. Can you show me what mommy was doing? Exercise. Good morning, everybody. I feel like I still look super modorra, but I wanted to show you guys how I look now since I haven't given an update in so long. I'm about to be 14 weeks. I've been measuring a week ahead. My last 2 ultrasounds, I really believe baby's gonna come the latest March 10th. I don't know. That's my prediction. I was wrong with Jude, so we'll see. This is what I look like from the front, but from the side, this is pregnancy at almost 14, 15 weeks, depending on when baby comes. But yep, that's what we're looking like. Hello, my fearless friends. As promised, I am going to be filming a rapid fire pregnancy question Q&A thing. First off, I wanted to start off with your questions. I put a question sticker on my Instagram story to see if you guys had any pregnancy related questions for me, but I wasn't expecting a lot of engagement anyway, because usually when I try to do like a Q&A, I don't get a lot of questions. But my good friend 𝗿𝗁𝗍𝗂, who is also a small YouTuber like me, we are supportive of each other's channels, and she of course came through with a bunch of questions. So that's what we're gonna start off with first. I've only been pregnant one time prior to this, which was for when I had Jude. I think this pregnancy has been different from the beginning because from the beginning I felt a lot more at peace with the fact that I was pregnant again and that we were going to be having another baby. I don't know if that just comes from me already kind of knowing what motherhood is like, but I also think that a lot of that has to do with my confidence in being a mom. I was just so scared to be a mom. I was so scared to mess up my daughter. I was so scared to cause her trauma. I knew what kind of morals and values I wanted to implement. I knew what kind of family dynamic I wanted to have. I was also really scared to change my relationship dynamic, and then also I was really grieving my life before. And even though I feel like I got a sense of that, I think that Ricardo and I are so blessed that we were able to create the life that we've been able to create with Jude. And so the fact that I get to add another little human into that brings me so much more peace. Symptoms wise, the nausea was or is as bad as it was with my pregnancy with Jude. I just feel like during this pregnancy it's lasted a little bit longer, but I don't remember the exact time when my nausea stopped in my last pregnancy. The fatigue, I feel a lot more this time around. And I think that that could just solely be that I have a toddler. You know, I don't get to rest whenever I want. I don't get sleep as much as I would like to because I have to get up in the morning to go to the gym if I want to capitalize on the free time that I have when Jude isn't here. I think that that might be why I'm so tired all the time, but also I've been still suffering from pregnancy insomnia to this day when I'm recording this. I don't know if you guys remember in my video before this, I did mention a lot of stomach pain, and I don't know if that was gas pain. I don't know if that was something to do with my liver. If you guys remember when I did the 1-year postpartum video, I had gone to the doctor to get checked for abdominal pain, and they had told me that I had a mild fatty liver or something like that. So I don't know if those things caused more abdominal pain during my first trimester because of the gas pains. When I did my blood work, everything came back fine. So there's just so many variables that I don't know if it's just the pregnancy and the hormones, or the pregnancy, the hormones, plus my health history. All of that to answer, yeah, I guess my pregnancies have been pretty different. No, not really. I mean, I feel like I really like chips right now, but I haven't felt like the pull to have something right there and right then. But with Jude, I also really liked chips, hot chips to be specific, and you guys saw that in this video. I'm enjoying food a lot more now that I am out of the first trimester, but any crazy cravings I do not have. No, I actually don't think that I notice my body changing quicker.
Well, that's not true.
With Jude, I went into maternity clothes within the first 10 weeks because of how much I felt like I was growing at the time. I think this time around, my body was already shaped different. After having Jude, I was left with an apron belly. I feel like I'm growing more like this way than this way. I don't know if that makes sense, but with Jude, I grew like wider, quicker. And with this baby, I feel like I'm growing, further? I don't know, like this way. As far as like the belly bump, I think that they are different. So many psychological factors that go into my responses. But I think that my attention to my body is so much less this time around than with Jude. I think when I was pregnant with Jude, I was still trying to make peace with the fact that my body was going to change. I was still really active in my eating disorder recovery, and this time I feel like I already had made peace at the beginning that my body was going to change. Maybe I just feel like my body hasn't changed as much because I initially made peace with it, and I'm not like dreading it as much as I was the first time around. And no, we haven't done any old wives' tales, but we're going to be filming that just for funsies and see how much of those old wives' tales are actually true, even though we already know the gender. It's more so for you guys and for your entertainment to kind of take your guesses if you are pregnant or you know somebody who's pregnant.
Sleep.
Sleep, sleep, sleep.
I can cook, and if I have the time, I can cook very well. I can cook whatever I want, so I would 1000% take this sleep just to feel rested. Sounds nice. Maybe it'll come soon. We'll see. Okay, this is, to me, the most important question because I feel like it's very prevalent in my life right now. When I found out that I was pregnant, the first emotion that I felt when I thought about Jude was guilt. Because, like I said in my last video, I already feel like I'm not enough for her, so how am I going to split what I am already into and give to another baby if I feel like I can't even give what I should to Jude? That was like my initial thought, because I felt guilty for Jude for changing what she knows, for having to put her in a place where her where our attention is going to be divided. And I struggle with this a lot. But as soon as I started to notice these thoughts, I started to take them to therapy, and I'm just actively working on them. It's not like I have completely reversed my thinking on it, but I know that I'm a good mom, and I know that I can't be everything for everyone all at once. I find the most comfort when I am being everything for everyone all at once. I think that I have internalized the feeling of being needed, and I've tied my worth to being needed. I think this comes from being the third parent and raising my siblings, and then now having my own family. My mental health is doing okay. I think compared to how my mental health was with Jude, I'm doing way better. It's night and day difference. I think with Jude, I also felt like I was going through some prenatal depression, and I don't feel like that this time around. Even with everything that's happening with my job and with this and with my body changing and with knowing that things are going to change, I feel like I'm handling it a lot better. But there are those days when I'm like, am I enough? So the next video is actually going to be the Old Wives' Tales gender prediction video. So I'll be filming that this week, and you guys will be able to see it by next Sunday. I hope you guys enjoyed and got something from watching me go through my first trimester of pregnancy with baby number 2. And I will see you guys in the next video.